This is WPSL Port St. Lucie, the talk of the Treasure Coast.
Views expressed on the following program are not necessarily those of WPSL, however. Since day one, we've encouraged you all along to like and share these shows on your favorite social media and with all your friends and neighbors because it's about caring. In fact, it's about the science of caring. Careolgy, presented by CareBag and hosted by the one and only Roxy Brown.
Hi, Cliff. It's so weird to see you early in the morning.
It's daylight.
It's daylight. We get to see each other in the day now. 3 years. No. Going on 3 years, we've been looking at each other at night.
3 years.
We've been at 6 p.m. And I want to say good morning to everyone. If you are just tuning in and you have no idea to the voice you're listening to, my name is Roxy Brown, and I am your Careologist, the host of Careology. And we have now moved Monday 10 a.m. We used to be on at 6 p.m. at WPSL on Tuesdays, but we moved up. We're going to have the same great host, same great content, same great information, talks, guests. It's just a new time and a new day. And I am so happy to be here. And I just want to welcome everyone at the sound of my voice. And Careology is about basically doing one thing and doing one thing well, giving good information to the community, sometimes going off a little topic a little bit and talking about things that are just interested in the community. And I got a good one for you today. But I just want to explain to you about CareBag. Careology is a subsidiary of CareBag, and CareBag has been around for 6 years. And our mission is to ensure that everyone, regardless of your current situation, whether you're homeless or in need, has access to proper hygiene with dignity. We believe that hygiene should not be taken for granted, and it's our mission to ensure that the homeless and families in need have the necessary resources to stay clean and healthy. We have just been through a pandemic, and so you know when I say having the resources to stay clean and healthy, how paramount that is. And we've been doing that for 6 years. And how do we do that? We have 2 mobile shower units, and we also have our mobile hygiene unit. And we upgraded our unit this year to a Sprinter van. We had a regular Ford van. Now we have a Sprinter van, as we were the recipients of a grant of 70 grand from the beautiful women here of Impact 100 of St. Lucie County, and we thank them. And our mobile unit has been moving around. We go to food pantries that are serving hot meals to families, and they're able to pick 4 to 5 hygiene items out. These items could be diapers, Depends, deodorant, toothpaste, toothbrush, all the things that you use to get ready in your bathroom in the morning or anytime you go in, toilet paper, soap. That's what we do. We only do hygiene items. We don't do food. Sometimes we may do formulas for babies because we deal with thousands of mothers, and it is just a privilege for us to do that. And like I said, we've been doing this for 6 years. We're a nonprofit here on the Treasure Coast, and we cover the entire Treasure Coast, and we go as far as into West Palm Beach, as far as Boca. So we are dealing with over 5,000 homeless children, and that's a big thing. Those words shouldn't come out my mouth, but unfortunately, they have to come out my mouth.
Homeless children.
Now, homeless children don't mean that everyone's walking the street.
Do they get to go to school?
Homeless children could be living in their cars. They could be living in vans. They could be couch surfing. A lot of them are couch surfing. So for those of you who don't know, this is what couch surfing would be considered. Mom, dad, or your guardian cannot afford a place to live. So they are now living on someone's guest room or on someone's couch. When you are not the name on the mortgage or on the lease, that means you are basically homeless. So a lot of grandparents are now going ahead and having their children living with them. I have my grandbaby living with me now. She's in our custody. Aww. So, and she's not here for those. My grandbaby's usually in the studio with us, but not today. And we have a lot of children, and we are just so happy that we're able to help them. We have an office open at 6985 Hancock Drive. We're open on Thursdays. And if anyone wants information, only thing you have to do is text the word CareBag to 77222, and you could find more information when we're open, when we're closed. We're usually open every Thursday from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. And anyone that is in need with an ID, it can be an ID, it could be a passport, some type of photo identification. We don't turn anyone away. This is done with dignity. You can get up to 4 to 5 hygiene items. We give Pampers, we give Depends, like I said, toothpaste, deodorant, things that you need. There's so many people that are struggling right now. They are struggling to pay their bills. They're struggling to keep gas in their car to get to work. And those little tiny things they just can't afford. And this is where we come in. We do not duplicate a service, and we are happy to help. If we cannot help, we have other resources that we could go ahead and point you in the right direction that you can go ahead. We have partnerships, we have collaborations with other nonprofits in the area that we can go ahead and find a resource for you. So if we can't help you, we find someone that can. And it's our privilege to do that. Everyone has a story, and your story shouldn't stop because you can't afford something or you are in dire need. We're here to help, and we're happy to do so. And just to let you know a few things that's going on, we just had our 4th annual Celebrity Chef May 23rd, which was a great success. We had some great chefs. A few of them were our Councilman Anthony Bono. We had our representative Toby Overoff, and we had one of our sponsors, AG Pools, come out. We had Pastor Chad from Palm City. We had so many gentlemen that came out to represent the blue edition of the rainbow, and it was a beautiful success. Everyone had a great time. You can actually go onto our Instagram or Facebook page to see the hilarious pictures. Some pictures we couldn't put up because they say what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. But we had a great time, a nice, safe, great time. We have coming up also August 6th, our 4th annual Kicking It United. And this is where we give free haircuts and braids to children. Last year we served over 200 children, and we know we're going to do more. We have food, we have gifts, we have bounce houses, and this year we're going to switch it up a little different. We're going to be going to the first 200 children that come are going to get a pack of hygiene items. I know everyone's giving book bags, pencils, you can get all of that, but you want to start the year right with kids smelling and being healthy. It is a shame that a child can go to school and be bullied because their hygiene is not up to par. And we want to make sure that every child has a first running success. So we'll be giving out hygiene items, toothbrushes, toothpaste, deodorant, soap. That's what we're going to be doing. Everyone can come and get their packs. Our new van is going to be there. This is our 4th annual at the Mid-Florida Event Center, and we are, again, excited about that. And then we are part of a bridal expo. We are the recipients of some 20% of the proceeds to the Bridal Expo that's going to be happening July 2nd by Hearts Unfold, and we want to thank them for including CareBag as the recipient. I thought that was such a wonderful gesture on them. It's going to be held at the Martin Downs Country Club July 2nd, 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. She's still seeking vendors, so if you know that you have something that you can give these new brides or these couples coming up, if you're a realtor, if you have property, you selling cars, you don't know. So go ahead and get it, because couples, when they start off, they want to start fresh, they want to start new. So this may be a good opportunity for you to go ahead and let these beautiful couples know what you offer. And I'll repeat the number again. This number is 772-286-6818, and that is for the Bridal Expo coming July 2nd at the Martin Downs Country Club. I have seen what Hearts Unfold have done at certain events, and I know this is going to be absolutely beautiful. And the venue is also a beautiful space. So please go ahead and check it out. We'll have that information also on our social media site. Then coming up October 14th, we have our community baby shower, and that is going to be held at the community center here in Port St. Lucie, and I am excited about that. We are picking 60 moms from different agencies that are in need that we can go ahead and assist and help, and it just lines up with our mission perfectly. So we're going to be doing that, and we just want to say thank you guys so much for that. It's just going to be amazing. So Cliff, that's how we cover most of the stuff that CareBag does. You know, a lot of people, I'm surprised a lot of people still don't know about CareBag, and we've been around for 6 years.
Now, there's all kinds of things that you can do, and there are probably some things that you can't do. And, you know, what's always bugged me about the homeless and their opportunities or lack of opportunities is when it comes to voting. Now, is there any kind of help or assistance that you can suggest for homeless folks who want to vote in upcoming elections?
Well, actually, there are many. We don't do it, but we go ahead and we give there are a lot of resources out there for the homeless that they can get their ID, that they can vote. So we have certain agencies right here that if a homeless individual comes to our shower unit or comes to anything that we're doing as an event and we ask if they have an ID and they don't, we put them with the agency that can get them the ID. When they get them the ID, they can vote. The problem is that you need to get up to go vote. You need to stand in line.
So you don't necessarily need an address then?
Well, no, we help supply them with that because you need an address to get it. So we go ahead and we have the means of helping them get that ID.
That's awesome then.
We do have the means to get them that ID because it's important, because a lot of homeless, they like to seek work. Homeless, what people don't understand, most homeless don't stand on the corner begging.
Right.
And I tell people that a lot. The majority of the homeless, 6 years I've been doing this, I have never seen any of the homeless individuals that we serve standing on the corner begging. We don't see that. And if you follow the people that stand on the corner, at the end of the day, you see them going to a better vehicle than what you drive, and if you decide to follow them, they live in the most luxurious homes. These are just scammers and scoundrels out on the corner trying to get your hard-earned money.
We've seen people dress in khakis to try to collect money for veterans when in fact they were either never a veteran in the first place, or if they were in the military, they ended up being a Section 8 dishonorable discharge.
Dishonorable discharge. So when you give, I know everyone has a good heart. You always want to help somebody, but you need to be vigilant. You need to be careful. And this is what I tell someone. All of my homeless guys, one, you never see them with clean white socks on. Socks are this is what I tell people. Socks are the hardest thing to dry in your dryer. So just imagine you clean your socks and you hang it on a tree to dry. Do you know how many days that's going to take to dry if you don't pull it in from the afternoon? It's going to take forever. So socks are the number one items that we give out to our homeless individuals. And just a side note, our shower unit is on Avenue A in Fort Pierce at the Methodist Church right there, and we do showers every Saturday, and we go ahead and take those units to different locations, different churches that need. So as our schedule builds up over the summer, we're going to be having our mobile shower units out more because the summer's hotter, we need it out there more. So we're going to be doing that.
So this show at its new time has a brand new sponsor to boast.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do. So we thank Treasure Coast Lexus for coming on as our sponsor, but now we have St. Lucie Jewelry and Coins. I've been shopping at St. Lucie Jewelry and Coins for a long time, before CareBag, and me and Hawk have a beautiful relationship, all the ladies and gentlemen in there, and he wanted to come on as one of our sponsors, and we are so happy to have him. You're looking for jewelry. If you look at me, that's where my jewelry comes from. I don't have to talk about it. I don't have to talk about it. I can wear it. He has beautiful jewelry, the best of its kind, and we love him. And his support for the community, my sponsors, their support for the community is utmost, and we love them for that.
I've seen some bling, but they don't hold a candle to Roxy.
Listen, I want to be robbed when I leave here.
Oh, no. Nobody's going to. No big
but
deal.
but he has some beautiful, and we just want to say thank you, and we are excited about this move. And to just knock things up one more notch, we have a good show today. So I want to get right to it because I'm excited about it, and I'm going to talk about all the things and repeat it. So if you didn't get the number for CareBag or the number for our bridal expo coming up, we're going to have it, and we're going to be doing some ads on that, and it's going to be great. So last week, 2 weeks ago, they had a private preview of the new Ariel movie, the new Mermaid 2023. And some friends, my grandbaby and some friends and some other little girls, we went and we saw it. This movie was, listen, either you like the mermaid or you don't. I'm not really Disney show. I can really care, but my grandbaby loved it. So if she loves it, I love it. And if she goes, I go. But it was actually good. Either you like it or you don't, okay? But what I found funny with all of this going on was the controversy around the Little Mermaid 2023.
Controversy over the Little
Yes.
Mermaid's latest
So
movie?
you better believe it. So these are a couple things that have happened. Ever since Disney released the first look of its 2023 live action remake of The Little Mermaid, the internet has been going crazy. Unfortunately, there has been a lot of racist critics complaining that Ariel, the completely fictional, let's get this straight, Ariel is a fictional character.
Which means not real.
Not real.
Imaginary
The
character.
fictional underwater fish woman shouldn't be black. So I'm going to say that again. The internet went buzzing that Ariel should not be black. They were doing hashtags like hashtag not my Ariel, are bouncing around social media. YouTube had to hide the dislike count button on the official video after it was bombarded with racist comments and more than 1.5 million dislikes. So people are disliking the movie, a fictional Disney character. So I just want to let you know, anything, for those of you who don't know, Disney is a fictional character of places. Mickey and Minnie are not real. Ariel, Donald Duck, and Daisy are not real people. So that means the woman fishing and with fins on underneath the thing is not real. But I do digress. Let's continue. So one group of critics went as far as to share a digital altered version of the teaser featuring a white woman in place of the movie star Halle Berry, who they call a woke actress. So I'm just going to give you a couple details because I did some research. So for those of you that don't know, research is my background. So anything I talk about and I don't know, I'm going to research it because I want to give good information. 4.5 years it took to make this movie. It took 4.5 years. This young lady, Halle Berry, had to wake up at 4 a.m. to go to the gym every day for 4.5 years. They got her when she was 18. She's now 23 years old. So 4.5 years it took to make this movie. Let's give credit for somebody that put the time and effort at 18 years old to go ahead and wake up at 4 a.m. to go to the gym and to make sure this movie was fantastic so that when we watch it, we were mesmerized to say, wow, a lot of hard work goes into this. And that's the hard work. 4.5 years to make one movie. Come on. Some of you can't last a good 2 years on your job. Not even a year. Some of you won't even get up and go to work. So those of you who are just tuning into Careology and are learning about Roxy, I am not politically correct. I just say it how it is. Some of you are not going to like me, but I'm okay with that. Cliff, right. They're going to learn about me.
There's a wise old saying, was it, he who tries to please everybody fails.
That's right. I'm not trying to please everyone. So by now, we all know it's unusual to see. I think all of us have gotten so it's so common for people to just drop their little racist comments about people as soon as they're cast. And I think that historically we have seen it down everything. So let's talk about it from from the movie Moses with Elizabeth Taylor. So in Sudan, in Egypt, okay, which I have been, they're black. I'm just going to let you know. The queens and king in the days of Moses were black, okay? We didn't get upset when we saw Elizabeth Taylor playing Cleopatra. I watched it. I liked it. I love the movie Moses. So I don't see why anybody should get upset that Haley Bailey, who is black, you got upset because she's playing a fictional character. And I just want to keep saying it's a fictional character. So let me just go ahead. While there are plenty of legitimate reasons to dislike the movie, people could dislike it. Not everyone likes a Disney movie. You know, you can hide your discomfort on a lot of things, but claiming historical and cultural accuracy on things and bringing up science for a fictional character, I found really bizarre. Here are some of the arguments people have levied to protest the casting choice. Okay, the facts prove that they really don't hold water. Okay, people are bringing factual things about why she should be a white Ariel Cliff. So remember, she's a fictional character. We want to keep saying that, okay?
You mean they want to impose rules on fictional cartoon characters?
Yes, they do. So this is the first one I found really, really funny. One of the claims are that The Little Mermaid is a Danish story, therefore Ariel should be white.
That's a lousy excuse if I've ever heard one.
Okay, well that's all right. We're gonna.
She's a fictional character.
She's a fictional
it
character.
Doesn't matter where.
That's all right. So let's talk about how Little Mermaid came around. The original Little Mermaid story was written by Hans Christian Andersen and first published in 1837. Okay. So he was Danish. That's correct. If we're going to dignify this argument, according to the text, Ariel and the rest of her mermaid kin are from far out in the ocean. Literally, the opening line of the story at the bottom of the sea. So, not Denmark or anywhere near it, at the bottom of the sea.
Under the sea.
Under the sea. Let's not start singing.
We could. It's that easy.
It's very easy. So it's under the sea. It's not in Denmark. So the claim that it's a Danish story, therefore Ariel should be white, bzz, I wish I had a red buzzer. Bzz, wrong.
Right. Danish pastry is also made in Pakistan, I think.
Yes. So there you go. Critics are truly worried about staying faithful to the origin of the story. We shouldn't gloss over the original ending where the mermaid is instructed to kill her prince. You see what I'm saying? So we didn't have that in any of the stories, and throws the knife away to despair and blah, blah, blah. Not to mention, while in 1989, Disney's version of Prince Eric had bright blue eyes, Anderson specifically described the prince as having coal black eyes and raven hair. Also, Little Mermaid, who doesn't even have a name in the original story, isn't real. We're going to keep going back to that. We want to let people know Little Mermaid isn't real. I hate to bust everyone's bubble. I'm glad my grandbaby's not listening. Ariel, the Little Mermaid, does not exist. She's a fictional character. So we're going to go with that, okay? The second claim that they have is that mermaids live under the sea and therefore would not have dark skin. I hollered with laughter when I read this one. Come on. She lived under the sea, so therefore her skin would not be dark. Has anyone know what an orca whale is?
The killer whale.
The killer whale. For those of you who don't know, an orca whale is a killer whale. They are black and white. Has anyone seen a dolphin? They are not pale. They're not translucent. They are a grayish, darkish color. I want people to really start getting real on this one, okay? But that's all right. From a scientific perspective, it doesn't make a lot of sense to have someone with darker skin who leads deep in the ocean. So says far right Matt Walsh, which he doesn't really matter, okay? He's really nobody as far as I'm concerned. Anyone gets upset, get over that, okay? He claims he framed the comment as a joke, but that the Little Mermaid should be pale. Actually, why don't we just make her translucent? see-through.
Yeah, or like an octopus able to change color with
Change
their
colors all
surroundings.
the time. Why don't we make her pink? Why don't we make her purple? Why don't we make her red? There's so many different colors. If you live under the sea, so many animals are so many different colors. So when I read that one of the claims, I thought that was hilarious. But Cliff, I was reading and I busted out laughing. People were looking at me like I was crazy. I thought that was so funny. So again, if we're going to take an academic look at the creatures, under the water creatures are pale, creatures are of different colors. Since mermaids also get close enough to the surface to see other humans, don't you think it would be scientifically that mermaids would probably be a specific type of pigmentation if they can go from deep to up? So they wouldn't be pale. They'll be different colors if they can go from the bottom to the top.
Imagine the wrinkles of dishwater hands all over your entire body.
Yeah. But again, even though people say that, we just want to say again, what do we want to say again, Cliff? Little Mermaid isn't real. So even though people said that mermaids living under are pale and should be white, we want to say mermaids aren't real. We want to keep that going because that's a fact.
Most of what we're afraid of was conjured up in cartoons like Disney.
Yes,
and such over
most
the
of
years.
that was true.
All
but
those aren't real either. So you got to kind of draw the line over reality and understand the difference.
But you're going to love this one, the next claim. The next claim say that mermaids are a European mythological creature, and therefore Ariel should be white.
Sounds like a European wrote that.
So what you have to remember, they're folklores, and when you have them, they're made up. And when something is made up, you can conjure it to be anything you want.
Well, I don't hear any controversy about unicorns. Of course, you can trace unicorns back to the Old Testament. There's unicorns mentioned. You can search it and verify it, but there are unicorns mentioned in the Old Testament. And there have been some skeletal remains found, allegedly. Haven't seen them yet. I've heard of them being found, but I'm waiting for that YouTube video to be released. Always keep your eyes open.
Always keep my eyes open for that. So if we have to look at, there are a lot of folklores going on, and we have the Odyssey. I don't remember the Odyssey. We had Atlantis. We had East Asian, with so many kings. We had Jasmine and the Flying Carpet. We've had so many things that have been of mythological different stories that I don't know how you can shape a beautiful woman living under the sea to do something good as something bad. We're not even going to spend a lot of time on that. Mermaids occupy lakes and rivers. So many people said they've seen mermaids in lakes and rivers and different colors, different shapes. But we're going to not spend too much time on that. We're only going to say one thing.
They're not real.
Not all Europeans are white. That's a fact.
Okay.
Not all Europeans are white. And again, the Little Mermaid is what, people? It's not real. So that's what we're going to talk. But this is the one, I'm rushing to this one because this is the one I want to talk about. But you know what, Cliff? We're going to talk about this after we take a break because this one is my most important one. This is one of the claims that they're making. Making Ariel black is ruining childhood and by changing the character. Let's talk about that when we come back. Cliff is looking confused, so I'm going to say that again, Cliff. They said making Ariel black is ruining childhood and changing the character.
Well, I have brown-skinned grandchildren, though. It shouldn't hurt them. I'm telling you, I'll bet you kids see themselves in these cartoons and they feel included.
Hold that thought, and when we come back, go right ahead.
We're listening to Careolgy, the science of caring.
We'll be back after this message.
Hi, this is Hawk Levy from St. Lucie Jewelry and Coins. I want to tell you all thank you for voting us #1 again. Best jewelry and coin dealer, best gold and silver buyer, and best jewelry store in Port St. Lucie, Fort Pierce, and Vero Beach. Year after year, you voted us #1. Have you been wondering what your valuables are worth? Bring them in. We'll tell you, and we'll pay you top dollar. Why sell to us? Because we buy your jewelry as jewelry, not scrap. And we resell everything on our international auction platform and in our local stores. The demand has never been higher for fine jewelry, signed jewelry pieces, coins, coin collections, paper money, Rolex and all luxury watches, and even designer purses. Free confidential appraisals and house calls available. We've moved across the parking lot, but still on US 1 and Walton Road in Publix Plaza. Google us and then come see us last.
If you could reimagine the way you buy a car, what would you do? Make it simple, make negotiations disappear, demand transparency, then experience amazing at your Treasure Coast Lexus dealer. Car Buying Simplified. Treasure Coast Lexus is a proud sponsor of Careolgy. Every Tuesday at 6:05 p.m., caring and supporting for our community. Car Buying Simplified. Check out your Treasure Coast Lexus dealer.
This is WPSL Port St. Lucie, the talk of the Treasure Coast.
We now return to Careology, the science of caring. Once again, here's your host, Roxy Brown.
Thank you, Cliff. And for everyone that is listening in the sound of our voice, we welcome you back to Careology. My name is Roxy. I'm your host here. And this is our new time and new day. We have moved from Tuesday, 6 p.m. and upgraded to Monday, 10 a.m. for your listening pleasure. And I am so happy to be here. And to all of we are on social media live. So to T and J and everyone that's watching, we want to say hello and thank you for being here with us on our social media. We love that.
Those watching live on your social media, they stayed with us through the move.
Yeah, they stayed with us through the move. We love that.
They were listening in on watching on Tuesday nights. Now it's Monday mornings at 10:05. We're good to go.
New audience, new listeners. So sometimes we're a little bit controversial with some topics. Sometimes the mama bear comes out in me if you talk about the homeless and veterans that are homeless. I don't like that. These are people that have given their life. They have done something I would have never done, signed up to defend anyone, and yet we don't. That's a whole nother show. Cliff, I'm not even going to get into that.
I don't blame you.
Because if I start getting into my love of veterans, you can't get me off the air. So, for those of you who might just be tuning in, CareBag is a nonprofit, 6 years old, and our main goal is to supply hygiene and dignity, the access to proper hygiene for our homeless and for our families that are in need. And how we do this through our mobile shower units and our mobile hygiene pantry. And our office is open every Thursday that you can come in and you can get anything that you need, up to 4 to 5 items. And we serve our veterans. Our motto is we serve from 0 to 100 and plus. That's it. So that means everyone is served. And you come in with an ID, and that's all you need. And we go ahead and we try to help you. If we cannot help you with the need that you have, if we cannot help you with the need that you have, we have the resources through partners and collaboration to help you.
Now, what if somebody listening in thought, wow, this CareBag thing, that sounds like a great idea.
It is a great idea.
What can I do to help?
It doesn't sound, it is. If you want to, only thing you have to do is go to givecarebag.com.
That's it.
And take givecarebag.com. And if you want to find more information, only thing you have to do is text the word CareBag to 77222. Really simple.
Right.
The word CareBag, 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 one word, and text that to 77222. And you'll get some information, and we'll go ahead and we'll answer back, and we'll tell you ways. We're always looking for volunteers. We're always looking for people to come and help us. And if you need help, we're the right place to go ahead and come and help you.
There's also a 3-digit phone number, like a 411 or 911 type of a number.
That is 211. If you call 211, if you can't remember anything about us and you call 211 and you say, I need to get in touch with CareBag, that is a national number. We are on 211 as a nonprofit. Right. So if you can't remember anything, you're driving, don't have a pen, you can't write while you're driving or anything, or if you're at work and you can't let them know that you're listening, you can go ahead and do that, and our information is there. or just go on social media and type in the word CareBag Inc. and just look for a nice, beautiful green van. That's us. And all our information is there, and the shows that we've done previously are on there. So we're going to go back to our topic, which me and Cliff have been talking about. So we're going to say it again. Mermaids aren't real. We're going to start off with that. Disney put out a new movie that came out May 26th, and a beautiful lady by the name of Haley Bailey, beautiful voice. I mean, for her young talent, her voice is extremely beautiful. And there's been a lot of controversy because they picked a black young lady to play Ariel.
So, what kind of person decides that a black actress should not play the part of a mermaid, even if it's a cartoon character?
A sick person.
Okay.
That's my it's my show. It's sick person.
I'd say extremely unbalanced.
Because we've had, but you know what? Let's talk. We're gonna move a little bit ahead of myself. So we had the same problem when they went ahead and they redid the movie. When Disney did the movie Cinderella, they used Whitney Houston as the good witch, and they used Brandy as Cinderella, and people made a big deal about that. And hats off for those of you. Some people like Disney, some people don't. That's your preference. I go to Disney. I like a lot of things Disney does. There's a lot of things Disney doesn't like. But as an adult, I choose what I choose to go to. Fairy godmother, that's it. I said Whitney Houston was the fairy godmother. Thank you, Janelle. See, that's what we have when people are listening. Thank you, Mama. So there was a lot of controversy around that. And and they laughed at it. Brandy was the first black Cinderella, and Whitney Houston was the first fairy godmother. It aired on TV as part of a wonderful world of Disney. While Disney produces very famous, shows, Little Mermaid isn't the first one that they've done. And I can tell you that it probably will not be the last. And we want inclusion. We want so many things to be a part of. We have so many different blended families. This is what got my attention with Little Mermaid, before I get to the question. They did a sneak preview with little girls all over the world, and they showed them the new Ariel. I'm getting goosebumps. And the look on these little babies' faces, white, black, Chinese, Asian, black, brown, rainbow. I'm just so tired of calling colors now. The rainbow colors of the world. Okay? They showed them, and you should have seen the faces of these little girls to see because guess what? It was a person. You have to remember Ariel, the first Ariel was a fictional cartoon character. So now you're actually seeing a young lady that is real, playing a part of a mermaid. I want people to hear what I said. A young lady real that is playing the part of a fictional character, the mermaid.
That's not real.
And so many little girls were like, wow, that means I can act. That means I can sing. That means I can be somebody. That doesn't mean that my little baby probably believes she can be a mermaid. She just turned 4. So her age is what's going to tell her. But other big kids can say, wow, I can sing. I can act. I can be a movie director. I can learn how to swim. I can learn how to dive. So many different connotations could go into seeing that one thing for different of million little girls and boys. Okay? And when they showed the look on these children's faces, it was absolutely amazing. How dare a racist bigot take that away because they don't like it? Shame on you.
Absolutely.
You see what I'm saying? Shame on you. Our country is going down the way to hell because everyone has something they want to prove. It's a movie. It's a bloody movie, people. It's a movie on a fictional character that is not real. And we want to go ahead and stain it because we don't like it. Then stick to the movie you like. Let us enjoy it. Because when I went to the movies, there wasn't just black people. There was everybody in the movie clapping. When the movie was over, we were getting up dancing in the aisles. That's how much fun it was. Under the sea and shaking. We loved it, and we had a good time. And I think our country has gotten so divided that we have taken something so pure as a movie, a Little Mermaid, fictional character, and we have want to go ahead and degrade it for the rest of us and for children.
Yeah, it robs them of their sense of
doesn't.
ability to dream about their own future.
It does. It's not, I want to be a mermaid. It just robs them, like you said, of so many other things. So, the message that was on different boards and comment sections across the internet, people are debating whether a new dark-skinned Ariel somehow negates or erases the classical 1989 version. The Disney's 1989 Little Mermaid version is still available to watch. She is part of the princesses of Disney. It's never going to change. My baby has the original Ariel shirt that her auntie Janelle got her, that she puts her face there, and her rest of her body is the 1989 Ariel. That is one of her favorite shirts. She's still going to wear, but she also has the new one that she's still going to wear.
There are some little girls who grew up to be mermaid actresses at like Weeki Wachee Springs and different
places,
Sea World and places, and you can see these women that are in these costumes that include a tail that makes them look like a mermaid, and they fit them up with breathing devices so they can breathe.
Yeah, and some of them have gone ahead and become oceanographers to go ahead and save turtles, to save whales, to serve dolphins. You don't know what one little movie, one little picture of something is going to affect someone's life in a positive way. I do not see how this can affect in a negative way. Not unless you just don't like Sebastian singing a good song. Now, Sebastian is the crab, who is a fictional character that sings again. I love him. That's the best part of the movie for me.
One good thing about crabs, they're all alike. You throw them in a pot of hot water, and they're delicious.
With some good butter. Yeah. There you go. So let's go back. Disney's never going to get rid of the original Ariella. The animated character Ariella is part of Disney's wildly profitable. So Disney's not going to get rid of it because she's profitable. She's part of all the princesses of Disney. Now they're just going to add one more. She's a franchise. So they're not going to make that. She's trademarked. Her red hair, fair skin, Ariel is here to stay. So all of you who worried about, oh my God, where's the white Ariel? Where is she going to go? She's still at Disney. Get your Disney pass. Get your 1-day, 2-day pass, and you can see Ariella. I was just there. She's still there. You can go ahead and see her if you're feeling that you have been taken away by the new Ariella. Far from ruining a child's childhood, many fans think that making a difference in Ariella will only increase the Disney magic. And I think that's true because as soon as the new Ariel comes to Disney, I'm going back because I want my grandbaby to take a picture with her. Yeah. I don't know who doesn't want that. It's funny. So I'm just going to share something personal. We went and they had Princess Tiana and Princess what is the one with the long hair down the tower again? Rumskin. What's her name again?
Rapunzel.
Rapunzel. Thank you so much. You think I would know these things? I told you I'm not a Disney fan. I'm not one of those people that know all the Disney movies. I'm doing it now. She loves Rapunzel. She went to see both of them. Tiana's the one that kissed the frog. She's a black princess, and there's Rapunzel. She loves Rapunzel. Not because Rapunzel is white. Rapunzel has the fairy long hair, and that's what she loves. That's her main thing right now. So because she loves that, she's not saying which one she loves better. She just loves the fact that that's the last movie she saw on Disney Plus, and that's the one she remembers the most. Children go on by what they see. So you have to remember, just look at the sweet reaction of if I wish all of you can see the sweet reaction that they had of young black children to praise going ahead Disney when they saw the new Ariella. And like I was saying, it was so beautiful to see that, wow, I see someone that looks like me. You see what I'm saying? And that just opened up so much more for them. So more importantly, the remake of the film doesn't erase the extension of the old one. It just brings something beautiful in. You know, I want us to remember the character is roughly 300 from the Pride and Prejudice film. Pennywise looks different in every way. You see what I'm saying? I don't know those that can remember Pride and Prejudice. I don't know if you remember it, Cliff. Pride and Prejudice. And not really, but there's so many things you have to remember. We have Frankenstein's monster, the story of Cinderella, the Grimes brothers version. We have remakes of so many different things, and racial divide has crossed on so many different levels, and we can't believe that from making something in the 1997, we're still making a big deal about it now in 2023. You see what I'm saying? It's like nothing has changed.
That's kind of amazing. It's almost like an illness.
Yeah, it's
taken
like
over.
nothing has changed. 1997, when Disney went ahead and did Cinderella, and now we went ahead in 2023 and we did the new Mermaid. We still, the only little difference is we didn't have that much of the internet, so people I call them keyboard warriors. People couldn't get behind there and mark there and with their fingers going and marking little things that they want to do on their keyboard to say anything negative. They couldn't do that because we didn't really have that much of the internet in 1987. But now people are making their comments. But when you look at it, nothing has really changed. That racial hatred, and hatred is something that is taught. That is something
right.
that
Kids-
is
kids
taught.
don't
Kids
understand
don't
that.
understand that. They just know love, joy, and peace. So if this movie has gotten under your skin because Ariel is black, you need to check yourself.
Yeah.
That's what you need to do. You really need to check yourself with that.
All my life, I did a lot of puppetry,
Yes.
and I saw a lot of young kids, and I noticed right away that the hatred that's out there is taught. It's
Yeah,
not,
it is taught.
It's not even inherited. It's taught because they see their parents acting that way.
Yeah.
But together in a classroom, the little kids, it was beautiful. They all loved each other like family.
Yeah.
And because we're all really family, and all of our kids are all of our kids. They are all of our kids, not just my kids or your kids, but they're all our kids. And we should treat them with that ability to dream about their own future. That's one of the biggest ripoffs out there.
And you said something when we went on our first commercial break that you have mixed grandchildren.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, so your grandchildren are black, and for them to go ahead and see a character that is something that looks like them, that gives you pride. That makes you
yeah.
feel good. And not only that, we're not talking about a character that just stands there looking pretty. We're talking about a character that has abilities, that is smart, that is beautiful, that has
yeah.
gifts. This girl could sing.
Yeah.
I mean, her voice is melodious. And doing the research on the 4.5 years she stayed committed to this, and to see the progress and to see the back. I watched the movie behind the scenes of what it took to get this done was absolutely amazing.
Singers go to
Great
like
lengths.
musical schools, and they learn enunciation, how to breathe.
Everything.
And I've got a 6-year-old granddaughter who can listen to a song, and then she can mimic, the
Yes.
the trill, all the sounds that are integrated into the human voice
Yes.
for singing. She projects very
Yes.
excellent. I want to make a music video with her, but she's
Yeah.
not really old enough.
You know what? We talked about this, but this is where we got 5 minutes left. I can't even believe time has really gone this bad.
Fastest hour.
Fastest hour has gone. But this is what I want to say. At the end of the day, God has made us all in his image. And what we need to do is we need to learn how to love. We need to teach our children how to love, because if we're not doing this, this hatred is going to spill over. And our world, our children, it's going to get worse and worse. Why can't we live? Martin Luther King said something. Why? He said it years ago. Why can't we get along? And that's the same question I'm going to ask now. Why can't we get along? Why can't we do something that shows peace and love towards each other? It takes a lot more to show hate. You get wrinkles. Everyone talking about, my God, Roxy, you don't look your age. I don't have time. I cut people off. I'm like a pair of scissors. I'll just cut you off. I don't have time to get wrinkles. I don't have the time to get old. I don't have the time to be bending over with pain. I want peace. I want love. If you're not with me, then you're against me, and I'm done. Everybody's like, ooh, that's cold. But you know what? That makes me live longer. Yes. That makes me have no wrinkles.
Self-preservation.
Self-preservation. We need to get along. We need to show peace. I have individuals that CareBag comes in and they need help, and they are so happy. The little bit they have is so happy, and we all need to learn like that. We need to show love. We need to show understanding. We need to have some God back into our lives to give us some peace, some understanding that, you know what, we could love everyone. You may not like what someone does. You may not like the lifestyle someone does, but love the individual. Because everyone needs to be loved. Everyone has a choice. And that is what we want to do. That's what we want to do. But it has been, Cliff, it has been amazing to be here on Monday at 10 a.m. I love this. I think I'm loving this now.
Well, what will happen is on your social network where you're broadcasting right now as well, people will probably go in there and take a look at it and hit the like button, hit the share button.
I love it.
When we put this up on YouTube, hit that like button, hit that share button, share it.
Do not let me have to go to YouTube and remove my dislike button. Because I got 1.5 million not views. I would love to get that. But you know what? All jokes aside, it has been really great being with you here on Monday mornings. I'm going to be back on Monday. I have a really better topic than I have now. We have a lot of guests that are going to be coming on in the next few months and just sharing stuff with you in the community, about the community, and we want you to be a part of that. If you know you're a business and you do something in the community, you reach out to me, 772-222-7399. It's been a pleasure, and this is Roxy signing off, your Careologist on Careology. See you next week, Monday, 10 a.m.
Don't forget to text CareBag to 77222 or call 211.
That's it.
Tell them you need to contact the fine folks with CareBag, which is Careology, the show Careology, the science of caring, and of course expressed on this show now on Monday mornings at the 10 o'clock hour.
Thank you on social media for tuning in. We appreciate you.
What can you do for CareBag? Check out their website, or if you happen to see a QR code on one of the video archives on YouTube, hold your camera up to it and it'll take you to the website where you can find out what you can do for CareBag. Thank you, Roxy.
Thank you, Cliff. See you Monday.
That's right. This is WPSL Port St. Lucie, the talk of the Treasure Coast, webcaster to the world on Google Home, Alexa, and the TuneIn app on your smartphone. Sneak it up on CBS News Time. It'll be 11 o'clock.